they have to love golf. And when I say love golf, they got to go play golf when they don't feel like it. We get up there a few days before. Our first practice round actually gets washed out, which was okay because 6 days of golf is a lot to begin with. So we end up playing our practice round the following morning. We get done again around 12:30 or so. We did get some practice in around some rainstorms and some wind. The weather was very up and down for us throughout the entire week. We get started Tuesday afternoon. Pace of play was horrendous. I would never let the guys know this or use an excuse, but pace of play, being part of the last groups off, was very slow. The wind had picked up that afternoon. The golf course was playing tough. The pin locations were difficult, and we just did not have our best stuff. We had a couple freshmen on our roster that maybe nerves got to them a little bit, but ultimately we could not put the ball into a 5-gallon bucket on Tuesday. We got done on Tuesday, the guys were looking around kind of in shock, and I just told them, I said, let's go get in the van, let's go back to the hotel, let's forget about today. We don't have to spend all time out here on the golf course. We know what we can do, what we did wrong, and let's go get some rest. And we did that. We got rest. We were up as the sun came up Wednesday morning. It's funny because we turned right back around and we're the first groups off at 7 a.m. on Wednesday. It's a little bit more calm, and we battled our way back into the top 6 with the lowest round of that day, playing really well on Wednesday morning. So between Tuesday at 12 o'clock noon and Wednesday at 12 o'clock noon, we had played 36 holes in a 24-hour period. Getting ready to go off probably mid-morning, late morning on Thursday. Well, rain comes in and has a different approach there. About 2 hours into the tee times, we get delayed, and we don't actually go off on Thursday until 5:30 p.m., which gave us about 3 hours of daylight left. Same thing, we got together. Hey, we're not going to complain about what we can't control. We're just going to control what we know we can do. We got through somewhere between 9 and 13 holes that afternoon before the darkness set in. And then again, we were back out with the sunrise at 7 a.m. on Friday. The NJCAA makes the adjustment to put a cut in place, which they're allowed to do, something we really weren't concerned with, but it allowed us all to get our final round in on Friday. As a coach, I was really thankful to be in the group ahead. As much as you say, I want to be in the top 3, I want to be in the final group. At that point, you kind of want to go out there and go ahead and post a score. And when we set in 4th place, we got to go off a little bit in front of the leaders, still tough conditions. And, ultimately, we just battled through that day. Again, I believe the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round, we were either the lowest score or in the top 2 or 3 for the lowest scores in the entire field. So, we did what we were supposed to do. We left a few shots out there, and ultimately coming in, it was a little nerve-wracking because while we were going there to win a first place trophy and national championship, we really wanted to finish in that top 2 or 3. And coming down the stretch, we knew it was going to be close. We had some clutch finishes by all of our golfers coming down the last few holes. And ultimately, when it was all said and done, we were in a tie with Tyler Junior College, and our guys were ready. The 5 guys that I put in those situations are the 5 guys that I trust. We got ready for a playoff, and as soon as we got the go-ahead, our guys put the pedal down and played the first hole, which was probably our nemesis all week. Starting the 4th round, I think we had 3 double bogeys on it. And we come back during the playoff on that same hole and make 4 pars and a birdie to win the playoff by 2. So I was very proud of those guys. It was an exhausting feeling. Obviously, you're up there for roughly 8 days when you count travel, practice, and things like that when it's all said and done. There was a slight what-if feeling, I'm sure, with the guys. but at the same time, knowing that you got all of it that you could past that first day was pretty remarkable. I mean, we come back and we track down the defending national champions. We track down some other really good top 10 programs in the country. I feel like we just ran out of holes, honestly, or we spotted them too much in the beginning, because we got back to playing Mississippi Gulf Coast golf there at the end. And I was, like I said, could you nitpick about small mistakes here and there? Absolutely. But ultimately just being pleased with the week. They laid it all out there for us and sacrificed a lot. You know, I was just really proud of them, and I wanted them to know that. I want my kids to know whenever they come play for us, whenever they leave our program, and you know, when they start a family 10, 15 years down the road maybe, and they're in their career, that I still love them and I'll still support them and I'll still always be there for them, and just let them know how thankful I am for their commitment to Mississippi Gulf Coast. They have to love golf. And when I say love golf, they got to go play golf when they don't feel like it.